Hello, my dear student. Today I'm here to teach you the very important lesson, direct proportion. Right? What is the lesson? Direct proportion. Grade 9, lesson number 10. Right? Direct proportion. By studying this lesson, you will be able to do so identify the direct proportion. So you will be identify what are the examples for direct proportion and how to solve the problems which are related to the direct proportions. So there are so many methods, so we can use them, right? We will learn those things, right? And you will be able to write down the relationship between two directly proportional quantities, right? So very interesting lesson, very practical lesson for your daily life as well as the exam, right? So let's move to the lesson, direct proportion, right? Like, so just consider this simple, very simple example, right? Just imagine those are books, right? And these are books, right? One book, then two books, right? So these are books, right? Books, right? One book, two books, three books, and four books. I have mentioned the price on this one, right? One book equals to 60 rupees. Two books, 120 rupees. Two books, 120 rupees. Three books, 180 rupees. Four books, 240 rupees, right? So you can clearly see just only, so you can take this one, number of books, right? Number of books on this side, right? Number of books on this side. So I can mention price on this side, right? This is the price. Right, okay. So just look at this one. One book, 60 rupees. Two books, 120 rupees. Three books, 180 rupees. Four books, 240 rupees. Right? It is clear from the table, the price increases as the number of books, right? Then price also increasing, right? Let's take the quantities. Let's take the different quantities. So I'm just taking the ratio between the different quantities, right? Ratio. You know that word. What is that one? Ratio, right? Ratio, right? You know that word, right? So I'm just going to take some ratios. I'm just going to take some ratios between two amount of the books, right? Two amount of the books. Let's see. Let's see. Right? One book, look at this one, my dear student. One book, that one is 60 rupees. Two books, 120 rupees. Three books, 180 rupees. Right, okay? Now I'm going to just consider about the ratios. Look at this one. Books, I'm just taking 1 to 2. 1 to 2, right? This is the number of books, right? This is the number of books. And this one is the number of price, right? So what is the price? Not the number of price. Ratios correspond with prices. 1 to 2. 1 to 2 means one price of a one book equals to 60. 62 price of two books. So what is the value? 120, 60 to 120, 60 to 120. So we can simplify this one. We can simplify this one, right? So 60 and 120, we can both divide by 60. Then again 1 to 2. Again 1 to 2. You can see the same ratios. You can see, my dear student, the same ratios, right? Same ratios. Right, I'm just considering the second example. What is the second example? Just consider this one. I'm just taking two books, 2 to 3 books. Two books and three books. Two books and three books. 2 to 3, right? 2 to 3. Two books means 120. Three books means 180. 120 to double dot 180. Again, I can divide by 60. Again, I can divide by 60. So 2 to 3. You can see same ratios. Right? You can see same ratios. Right? Look at this one. The same ratios. Based on this example, right? A few ratios of different amount of books and the ratios corresponding to prices are shown in the table. Right? So we have observed that those ratios are equal. Those ratios are equal. Right? Very important line. That means two distinct quantities are said to be direct proportion if they increase or decrease in the same ratio. Again, two distinct quantities are said to be in direct proportion if they increase or decrease in the same ratio. Ratio should be same. Ratio should be same, right? So if you are going to increase the number of books, it will simultaneously it will increase the price also. If you are going to decrease the number of books, it will decrease the price also in the same ratio, right? So two distinct quantities are said to be direct proportion if they increase or decrease in the same ratio. Let's consider some examples, right? Let's consider some examples. What are the examples, right? What are the examples for direct proportion? Let's consider, right? What are the examples for direct proportions? Right, my dear student. So let's consider some examples for the direct proportions, right? Example number 1. I'm just taking the same example. Number of pens, right? Number of pens, right? Just consider number of pens and the price. Number of pens and the price, right? Now, look at that one. Just only one pen. Just imagine that equals to 30 rupees. Then 2 pens. 1 pen equals to 30 rupees. Then 2 pens, you know that one, 60 rupees. Then 3 pens, you know that one, 90 rupees. Right? Let's take the ratios. Let's take the ratios, right? Let's take the ratio between two quantities, right? Just take 1 to 2. I'm just taking the pen count, right? 1 to 2. Now consider the price. Now just consider the price, right? So 1 pen means 30, 30 to 60. 30 to 60. So you can clearly see 1 to 2. You can clearly see 1 to 2. Those ratios are equal, right? Those ratios are equal. That means two distinct quantities are said to be in direct proportion if they increase or decrease in the same proportion, in the same ratio, right? In the same ratio, you can see that increasing, then prices are increasing in the same ratio. So we can consider this one as a direct proportion, number of pens and the prices. I'm just taking my second example, right? So what is the second example? I'm just taking the length of a side of a square and its perimeter. Right? Length of a side, right? Length of a side of a square and its perimeter. And its perimeter. Right. So just consider this one. Right? Very easy, very easy. 3 centimeter. Just consider the one side equals to 3 centimeter. So what about the perimeter, my dear students? What about the perimeter? Perimeter means outer value, right? Outer boundary value, right? That means 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3, 6 centimeters. 6 plus 3, 9 centimeters. 9 plus 3, 12 centimeters. So what is the perimeter? 12 centimeters. Just consider the second example. I'm just taking that one side equals to 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter means 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 5, 20. That means 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters, right? Just consider the ratios, right? Just consider the ratio. I'm just consider the side of the length 3 into 5. 3 to 5, 3 to 5. Just consider the perimeter 12 to 20. 12 to 20. Right, okay, so I can divide by 2. I can both sides divide by 2. That means 6 to 10. Again, I can divide by 2. That means 3 to 5. That means 3 to 5. You can clearly see those ratios are equal, right? Those ratios are equal. That means, so this one also the example for direct proportion, right? So there are so many examples, so I can tell you tons of examples. So number of units of the electricity consumed by the house and the monthly bill, right? So that one also the example for direct proportion. And so number of what that one, the speed of a vehicle and the time taken travel to a certain distance, that also the direct proportion. So those are the examples for direct proportions, right? Now just move to the questions. Right. Now I just take the first example, right? So solving problems using the unitary method, right? Unitary method, right? So let's take the first example. If the price of 8 oranges, right? If the price of 8 oranges is 320, is rupees 320 rupees, find the price of 5 such oranges, right? Now there are 8 oranges, right? 8 oranges, right? That means price of, right? Price of 8 oranges. Equals to, what is the price? 320. Very easy. 320. So that is the price of 8 oranges. But we need to find the price of 5 such oranges. So we need to find 1. 8 oranges equals to 320. So I'm just going to find out the 1. Price of 1 orange. Price of a 1 orange. That means 320. 320. This one should be divided by 8 because this one related to 8 oranges. So we need to find out the price of 1 orange. So you need to divide by 8. Very easy. 320 divided by 8. What is the answer, my dear student? 40 rupees. Now we know the right. Now we know the price of the 1 orange. Right? It's like that 1 orange equals to 40 rupees. So they are asking, what about the 5 oranges? Right? Then I'm just writing down the sentence, price of 5 oranges. Price of 5 oranges. Just 40 rupees multiplied by 5. Just 40 rupees multiplied by 5. So what is the answer? 200 rupees. 200 rupees, right? 5 into 0, 0. 5 into 4, 20. 200 rupees. Look at this one. Price of 8 oranges equals to 320. So you need to find out the price of 1 orange. That one is equals 320 divided by 8. 320 divided by 8. What is the answer? 40. Price of 5 oranges means 40 into 5 because that is the price of 1 orange. That means you need to multiply by 5 because you need to find the price of 5 oranges, right? Very easy. Then 40 into 5. So what is the answer, my dear student? 200, right? So by using this method, we always need to find out the 1 unit price or weight or any one regarding the 1 unit, right? So we need to find out the relevant price or measurement or what are the things relevant to 1 unit. You need to always find the 1 unit, then we can multiply by the It depends on the question. So if they are asking 11 oranges, you need to multiply by 11. They are asking 6 oranges, you need to multiply by 6. First, we need to find out the price of one orange. One means unit. That is the method for unitary method, right? This is the first example. So you can note it down, my dear student. Let's move to the second example, right? You can note it down. Look at the second example. If the price of 5 meter of a certain fabric is 750 rupees, find the price of 12 meters. That means they have already given the price for 5 meters. You need to write down the price for, you need to find out the price for 12 meters. Just consider that one, right? Price of 5 meters, right? Price of 5 meter equals to 750 rupees. 5 meters equals to 750 rupees. So you need to find out the price of 1 meter, right? You need to find the price of 1 meter. Price of a 1 meter. 1 meter equals to 5 meter equals to 750. So 1 meter means 750 dividing by 5. 750 dividing by 5. So 750 dividing by 5. 7 divided by 5, 1. 1 into 5. 7 minus 5, 2. So you can take that 5 down. Then 25 divided by 5, 5. Right? Then 0 is there. 150 rupees. That is the price of 1 meter. What is the price, my dear student? 150 rupees. Very clear. 5 meter equals to 750. So what is the price of 1 meter? 1 meter means divide by 5. 750 dividing by 5. So what is the value? 150 rupees, right? 150 rupees. But find the price of 12 meters. Find the price of 12 meters. That means you need to find out the price of 12 meters. Price of 12 meters, 150 multiplied by 12. Why is that one? Because 1 meter equals to 150. 1 meter equals to 150. So you need to multiply 150 by 12, right? 150 by 12. So I will do the simplification part here. 150, you need to multiply by 12. 12 into 0, 0. 12 into 5, 60, remaining 6. 12 into 1, 12 plus 6, 18. 12 plus 6, 18. So what is the price? 1,800 rupees. Right? 1,800 rupees. Right? The price of, so we can write down the answer. The price of 12 meters. Right? The price of 12 meters is 1,800 rupees. 1,800 rupees. Right? So that one is very easy. 5 meters equals to 750. You need to find out the price for 1 meter, my dear student. 750 divided by 5, what is the answer? 150. So you need to find down the value for 12 meters. 12 meters means 150 into 12. 150 into 12 means 1,800. Price of 12 meters is 1,800. Right? This is the second example, right? I think this one also very clear for you, right? Be careful with the simplification. We need to always find the price or whatever the things for 1 unit. Then we can multiply by the requirement, right? So you need to consider the question. 12 meters means you need to multiply by 12. If you need to find out the price of 8 meters, you need to multiply by 8. If you need to find out the price of 10 meters, you need to multiply by 10. Very easy. Let's move to the third question. Third question. If a printing machine makes 240 copies in 5 minutes, 240 copies in 5 minutes, determine the number of copies it makes in 12 minutes, right? Now this is the third one. This is the third one, my dear student. Now you can just try to do this one, right? Just you can pause the video and just try to do that one, right? So I will give you some few minutes to do this one, right? You can pause the video and you can try to do that one. Then after you can check your answers with me, right? If a printing machine makes 240 copies in 5 minutes, right? 240 copies in 5 minutes, determine the number of copies it makes in 12 minutes, right? Right. So just take how we can find out the answer, right? 240 copies in 5 minutes, right? Determining 12 minutes, right? For the 5 minutes, how many copies are there? 200 copies, right? Let's take, right? Number of copies in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. For the 5 minutes, what is the answer? 240. That is for the 5 minutes. So we need to find out the how many copies it will raise for a 1 minute. In a minute, how many copies it can release for a minute, right? Because we need to find out for a unit, right? 5 minutes, it will take 240. Now you know the method, now you know the pattern, how to find out the number of copies in a 1 minute. 240 dividing by 4, dividing by 5. 240 dividing by 5. That means 4. 5 into 4, 20. 24 minus 24, 40 means 8. That means 48 copies. 48 copies per minute. 48 copies per minute. 48 copies per minute. Per minute, it can release 48 copies. Right? Now, you need to find out how many copies it makes in 12 minutes, right? You need to find out how many copies it will make in 12 minutes. So how to write down the answer, my dear student? Number of copies in 12 minutes. Number of copies in 12 minutes. This one just for a 1 minute. This one just for a 1 minute. This one just for a 1 minute. But we need to answer for the 12 minutes. 48 multiplied by 12. 48 multiplied by 12. 48, you need to multiply by 12. So I can multiply by 2 and 1, or directly I can multiply by 12. 12 into 8, so 96, remaining 9, right? And 12 into 4, 48, 48, 57, 48 plus 9, 57. So how many copies are there? 576 copies. 576 copies. So what is the answer? 576 copies. That photocopy machine, that printing machine can release 576 copies in 12 minutes, right? Very easy question, right? Let's move to the last question, Lamine. So then after that one, we can move to the next method. So this is the first method, solving problems using the unitary method. So what is the very special thing in unitary method? We need to always find out the unit for a 1, right? So we need to find out how many copies, the price or weight or what are the related thing into 1 unit. Then you can find out any count, right? You need to just multiply by the number. And find the answer, right? Hope this one is very clear for you. Now let's move to the last question. This is your question number 4. Last question. If the mass of 10 balls used in cricket match is 3 kilograms, right? What is the mass of 3 such balls, right? Very easy. Just try to do that one. Then you can pause the video. Just try to do that one before me, right? Then you can check your answers with me. Mass of 10. Mass of 10 balls, right? Mass of 10 balls, right? We need to mention that one in the kilograms. So mass of 10 balls used in the match is 3 kilograms, right? 3 kilograms. 3 kilograms. We need to find out for the 3 such balls. Lamai, better to convert this one into the grams. Better to convert this one into the grams, right? So 3 kilograms. We know 1 kilogram equals to 1,000 grams. 1 kilogram equals to 1,000 grams. That means 3 kilogram equals to 3,000 grams, right? So I'm just taking mass of 10 balls in grams. Mass of 10 balls in grams equals to 3,000 grams. 3,000 grams, right? So mass of 10 balls equals to 3,000 grams, right? That one is very easy, right? So what is the next one, my dear student? What is the next one? Mass of, so we need to find out the mass of 1 ball, right? Mass of 1 ball. Mass of a 1 ball, right? Equals to 3,000 dividing by 10. Why is that one? This is for the 10 balls. 3,000 divided by 10. 3,000 divided by 10. So 3,000 divided by 10, you can easily cancel out these 2 zeros, right? So what is the answer? 300 grams. 300 grams for a 1 ball. 300 grams for a 1 ball, right? So you need to find out the answer for 3 such balls. You need to find out the answer for 3 such balls. So how you can do that one? Mass of 3 balls equals to 300 multiplied by 3, 900 grams. 3 into 0, 0, 3 into 0, 0, 3 into 3, 9. 900 grams, right? 900 grams should be the answer. The mass of 3 balls, I can write down the answer. The mass of 3 balls is 900 grams, right? So those are the questions under the unitary method, right? Solving problems using the unitary method. So we need to find out the mass for the 1 ball, then we can multiply by the ball count. I think this one is very clear to you. Now, Lamai, what is the next method, right? So we need to learn a new method. Solving problems related to the direct proportions using the definition, not the unitary method, using the definition method, right? So that part also very easy, right? That part also very easy. No need to find out for a 1 unit. You can directly get the answers, right? You can directly get the answers, right? Quickly you can get the answers. Let's move to that topic. Just write down those things, right? So my dear student, this is the second method. What is the second method? Solving problems using the definition method, right? So what is that method? That one is very easy. At the start of the lesson, right? So I have explained you, right? At the start of the lesson, I have explained you what is the unit prices and the quantity of the books, right? Just consider 1 book, right? The price of 1 book equals to just take 100 rupees. Now 2 books, right? 2 books equals to 200 rupees. The price of a 1 book equals to 100 rupees. The price of 2 books equals to 200 rupees, right? Now just consider this is the number of books, right? This is the number of books and this one is the prices, right? This is the prices. Now just consider the ratio. We already done this one. We have already done this one. So 1 to 2, that means number of books. 1 to 2, that means number of books, right? 1 to 2, that means number of books, right? Just consider the prices. Just consider the prices 100 to 200. So we can simplify this one 1 to 2. So we can simplify this one 1 to 2. That means those ratios are equal. We have already discussed those things, right? We have already discussed those things, right? 1 to 2, and the price is also 1 to 2, right? Those ratios are equal in the first session of this lesson. So I have clearly explained to you if that two quantities are directly proportional, the ratio of two values of the first quantity equals to the second ratio. Those ratios are equal, right? Now, I'm just going to substitute some values. Don't worry, right? I'm just going to substitute some values, right? Just consider A to B. A to B. Then what about the unit prices? Then what about the unit prices? A to B, distinct one, U to B. Right? A to B, U to B. That means A to B equals to U to B. A to B equals to U to B, right? 1 to 2, 1 to 2, right? Right? So instead of this one, then I'm going to substitute A to B. Instead of this one, I'm going to substitute U to B. A to B equals to U to B, right? A to B equals to U to B. Now, this expression, right, these ratios, I can express as follows. A divided by B, A divided by B equals U divided by B. A divided by B equals U divided by B. Right? A divided by B equals U divided by B. Or we can exchange the numerator and the denominator as well. B divided by A equals to V divided by U. Or B divided by A equals to V divided by U. Now we are going to use this theorem, right? Right? This theorem to solving problems using the definition method. Let us learn how to solve problems related to direct proportion using this feature by considering the following examples, right? Let's consider the examples. You need to only remember, you can write down the ratios, right? You can equal the ratios. You can equal the ratios, right? Between quantities and the two proportional ratios, right? You can equal those two ratios, and you can convert that ratio to fraction. You can convert that ratio to fraction. Those fractions also equal. So we can build up some relationship and we can do the questions. Very easy. Let's move to the question. This is my first question. Right. Look at this one, Mike. This is the first question. Same question, right? If the price of 8 oranges in 320, find the price of 5 such oranges, right? In the previous method, we just find the price for 1 orange, then we can multiply by 5. But in this method, no need to do like that, right? I'm just taking number of oranges, right? Number of oranges and the prices, right? And the prices. Look at this one. Number of oranges, 8. 8 oranges should be, right? So you need to take 320 for the 8 oranges. Now what about the 5 oranges? You don't know the value. You don't know the value. In the mathematics, if you are not know the value, literally we are using X. I'm just taking X as the price of the 5 count of number of oranges. That 8 oranges equals to 325 oranges are X. Lamai, look at this one. That means this ratio should be equals to this one. You can easily note down. So you need to write down this one as a ratio 8 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 5, right? Or 5 to 8, right? Anything, right? So 8 to 5 equals to 322x. 8 to 5 equals to 322x, right? That means, so you can mention that one as a fraction. 8 over 5 equals 320 over x. 8 over 5 equals 320 over x, right? Then what about that one? You can do the cross multiplication. X multiplied by 8, 8x. 5 multiplied by 320. You need to do those simplification, right? How to solve this type of equations? You can do the cross multiplication. 8 into x, x multiplied by 8, 8x, 5 multiplied by 320. Then 5 multiplied by 320. So you can see, right? So you can see 8x, right? 8x. So you need to find out the value for x. So 8 is a multiplication. You need to divide both sides by 8. 8 to 8 will be cancelled out. 8 to 1, 32 to 4. So x equal 5 into 40. That means 200. 5 into 0, 0. 5 into 4, 20. That means 200 rupees. That means 200 rupees, right? If the price of 8 oranges is 320, find the price of 5 such oranges. 8 oranges equals to 320. 5 oranges means x. 8 double dot 5, so 322 x. 8 divided by 5 means 320 divided by x. So you can do the cross multiplication and you can find out the value for x. So what is the value? 200, right? So price of 5 oranges equals to 200. So that is the answer. 200 is the answer, right? It is very easy, Lama, if you are taking that, if you can take like that, right? So you can easily mention the ratios, then you can convert that one as the fraction and you can do the cross multiplication. Very easy. I'm just going to explain you the second example, right? This is the second example. Second question, if the price of 5 mangoes is 75 rupees, right? Now mangoes are very expensive, am I right? So this is just a number, right? Now you can't buy 5 mangoes at 75 rupees, right? 5 mangoes is 75 rupees. Find the price of 8 mangoes. Just consider number of mangoes, right? Number of mangoes and the price. Number of mangoes and the price. Let's take 5 mangoes equals to 75 rupees. 8 mangoes, you don't know the value, you can consider that value as x. Just take the ratios. 5 to 8, very easy. 5 to 8, just take the ratio on your right side. 75 to x. Very easy. Now you can convert that one into the fraction, right? 5 over 8 equals to 75 over x. Now do the cross multiplication. X multiplied by 5 equals to 8 multiplied by 75. 8 multiplied by 75. You can divide both sides by 5. You can divide both sides by 5. 5 to 5 will be cancelled out. 75 divided by 5. 75 you can easily divide by 5. 1, 5, then 25 to 5. So 1 and the 15. 8 into 15, right? 8 into 15. What is the answer for 8 into 15? 15 you can multiply by 8. 8 into 5, 40. Remaining 4. 8 into 1, 8 plus that 4, 120. X equals to 120. X equals to 120. 120 means price of 8 mangoes. Right? Price of 8 mangoes is 120 rupees. 120 rupees. Right? So this is the second example, right? After that, I'm just moving to the textbook question. So exercise 10.3, right? So you need to fill in the blanks, right? Let's move to that question. That one also very important. So what is the thing is there? Those ratios are equal, right? Those ratios are equal. You need to consider that point, right? I think this one also very clear to you. Just try to do that one by yourself. Then after you can check your answers with me, right? Let's move to the third example. Write down the suitable value for the blanks, right? The one and only thing is these two ratios should be equals, my dear student, right? 2 to 5, 2 should be equals to 8. 2 should be equals to 8. 8 means you need to multiply 2 by 4. You need to multiply 2 by 4. 2 into 4, 8. 2 into 4, 8. That means 5 into 4, right? 2 into 4, right? 2 into 4, 8. That means 5 into 4 should be equals to 20. 5 into 4, answer should be equals to 20. Just consider this one. 5 double 5 to 3 equals 4 to blank. 540. That means you need to multiply by 8. You need to multiply by 8. 5, you need to multiply by 8 equals to 40. That means you need to multiply 3 by 8. 3 into 8 equals to 24. 3 into 8 equals to 24. Right? Very easy. I will give you only one example, right? 8, you need to write. Look at this one. 8 to blank equals to 24 to 15. 8, you need to take to the 24. That means you need to multiply by 3. You need to multiply by 3, right? 8, you need to multiply by 3. 8 to something equals to 24 to 15. 8, you need to multiply by 3 equals to 24. Which one? What is the number you need to multiply by 3 and that one equals to 15? That means 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 means 5. 8 into 3, 24. 5 into 3, 15. Right? Likewise, you need to do that one. Right? Just try to do the examples D, E, and F. So I will give you, right? Just pause the video and quickly just try to do the answers, get the answers for the blanks on question number D, question number E, and question number F. Right, look at the answers, my dear student. 4 into 5, 20, 3 into 5, 15, right? That one is okay. 1 into 8 equals to 8, 4 into 8 equals to 32. 7 into 5 equals to 35, 6 into 5 equals to 30. So this is the answer, right? Question number 3, right? Question number 3, right? I'm just moving to the next question, right? I'm just moving to the next question. Just taking this question number 3A, question number 3 and A. I'm just quickly moving to the question number 3, B part. So I need to do some more questions regarding the previous pattern, right? So we can complete this list, right? Right, look at the third one, my dear student. If the price of 10 kilograms of the rice is 850, that means 10 kilograms, 850, right? 10 kilograms, 850. 7 kilograms. So you need to find out the price for 7 kilograms. Very easy. So you can write down this one as a ratio 10 to 7. equals to 10 to 7 equals to 852x. 10 to 7 equals to 852x. That means 10 dividing by 7 equals to 850 dividing by x. 850 dividing by x. So you can do the cross multiplication. 10 into x equals to 7 into 850. Just divide both sides by 10. Just divide both sides by 10. 0 to 0 will be cancelled out. 0 to 0 will be cancelled out. 7 into 5, 35. Remaining 3. 7 into 8, 56 plus 3, 59. Right? X equals to 59. That means 595 rupees. Right? 595 rupees. Price of, right? The price of 7 kg goes to 595. Right? 595 rupees. ₹595, right? Very easy. Look at the third one. Question number 3, right? So what is the question? Question number 3. Just move to the next one. Fourth question. If a printing machine makes 240 copies in 5 minutes, determine the number of copies it makes in 12 minutes. Right? For the 5 minutes, printing machine makes 240 copies. You're asking for the 12 minutes. I'm just asking for the X. For the 5 minutes, 240 copies, right? For the 5 minutes, 240 copies. For the 12 minutes, what is the answer for X? Let's take 5 to 12. 5 to 12 equals to 242x. That means 5 over 12 equals to 240 over x. 5 over 12 equals to 240 over x. Just do the cross multiplication. 5 into x equals to 12 into 240. Just dividing both sides by 5. Just dividing both sides by 5, right? Just dividing both sides by 5. So what is that one? Just dividing both sides by 5. 5 to 5 will be cancelled out. Then 240 you can divide by 5. 240 you can divide by 5. 4, that 20 for the 48. That means 48. That means 48, right? Or you can simply cancel out that 448. X equals to 12 into 48. 12 into 8, 96. Remaining 9. 12 into 4, 48. 48 plus 9, 57 copies. 576 copies, right? 576 copies is the answer. 576 copies is the answer. Right? 576 copies. Look at this one. 5, then 240. For the 12 minutes, we don't know the value. We can take that one as x. 5 to 12 equals to 242x. 5 over 12 equals to 240 divided by x. Then you can do the simplification and you can do the cross multiplication and you can find the answer for x. Very easy, right? I'm just quickly moving to the question number 5. Right? Now you can just do this one, right? Just try to do this one by yourself, then you can check your answer with me, right? That is the perfect method. Just try to do this one. Question number 5. If a train moving at a constant speed travels 72 kilometers per hour, calculate the distance traveled in 20 minutes. This question is a little bit different rather than the other one, Lamai. So 1 hour, right? 1 hour, how many kilometers they are traveling? 72 kilometers per 1 hour. Calculate the distance traveled in 20 minutes. You need to calculate that one in 20 minutes, right? 20 means you don't know the value x. 20 means you don't know the value x. But, so we have a question, what is that one? Unit should be equals in the same unit. This one is hour, this one is minutes, right? So we can't do that one. That means we need to convert this one to hours, right? So this one to minutes. 1 hour means, 60 minutes. 1 hour means 60 minutes. Now we can write down 60, 72. For the 20, you need to find out the value for x. Can just mention the ratio 60 to 20 equals to 72 to x. 60 to 20 is equals to 72 to x. Just you can mention that one as a fraction. 60 divided by 20 equals to 72 dividing by x. 60 divided by 20 is equals to 72 dividing by x. Now you can do the cross multiplication. You can do the cross multiplication, my dear student. 60 into x. 60 into x equals to 72 into 20. That means you need to divide both sides by 60. 60 to 60 will be cancelled out. 0 to 0 will be cancelled out. 2 to 1, 3, 6 to 3. 2 divided by 2 equals to 1. 6 divided by 2 equals to 3. Right? 72 you can divide by 3. 72 you can divide by 3. 72 we can divide by 3. Then 2, 6, 12 means 4. That means x equals to 24. X equals to 24. X equals to 24 means calculate the distance traveled in 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, the train can travel 24 kilometers. Right? 24 kilometers. So that is the answer, right? This is question number 5, right? Let's try to do this one. And I'm quickly moving to the next question. Now we have already done 5 questions, Lamai. So what is this method? Using the definition, that means you need to take the ratios and you need to compare them. You need to equal the ratios. Then you can convert that one as a fraction. Then you can easily find out x. Very easy, right? So we can go to question number 5. Find the amount needed to buy an item worth 800 rupees from a shop which offers a discount 3%, right? In the shop, so you are literally saying, so they are giving discounts, right? So discount means you need to minus that value, right? That means, right? If you are considering about the item that worth 100, right? 100 means you need to pay only 97 rupees. Item marked value is 100. You need to pay only 97 rupees, right? So find the amount needed to buy an item worth 8, right? Find the amount needed to, right? So 100 rupees, that 100 rupees means that one equals to 97, right? What is the reason for that one? The reason is you need to consider the 3-point discount, right? So what is the reason? Right, find the amount. Why only you need to take 97? Because 100 value is they are giving 3% discount. To 100, they will reduce 3. They will give the discount 3. 3 means 100 minus 3, 97. We need to find that value for the 800, right? That is the question, no? discount 3%. That is the reason I have minus 100 minus 3 equals to 97. So you can find out the answer. 100 to 800 equals to 97 to x. Then you can do the division part, right? 100 over 800 equals to 97 over x. Then you can do the cross multiplication. 100 into x equals to 800 into 97. Then you can divide both sides by 100. Then you can divide both sides by 100. 100 to 100 will be cancelled out. 0, right? 8 multiplied by 97. 97 multiplied by 8. 8 into 7, 56. Remaining 5. 8 into 9, 72. 72 plus 5, 77. 8 into 7, 56. Remaining 5, 72. Then 776. So what is the value? 776 rupees. 776 rupees. This one is very important, right? This one is very important because they are giving 3% discount. They are giving 3% discount. 3% discount means you need to take 97. 100 minus 3. Just take 5% discount. 5% discount. Then 100 to 95. You need to take 95. 10% discount. That means equals to 90. Very easy. Just try to do this, right? An item worth 500 rupees need to sell with 15%